Emergency hab frames with accompanying panels, arc furnace, auto lathe, adjustable solar panel, 25 meters of low voltage cable, power controller, battery charger, and a powered ventilation duct. One full set of battery-powered construction tools with a portable solar charger. One Zigo Patty tablet with a full item schematic database. 5 batteries, 6 if you count my suits, mining drill and pick. 1 roll of duct tape. A bottle of Proton that is suspiciously light. 1 pill left, and a credit chip. Okay, at least someone felt guilty enough to include some cash as a replacement, but a credit chip is not going to do much good for anyone who needs to use an emergency escape pod. Genetically modified potato seeds, says accelerated growth and increased caloric yield. Cereal bars, which I guess in this kind of survival situation qualifies as food. Enough for a couple weeks, maybe, if I ration my ration bars. And 9 liters of water. None of which I can eat or drink until I get the emergency hab pressurized. If you can't tell already, the lander got me to the surface in one piece. There was a box of supplies about 10 meters away, right along with the wreckage of the emergency comms array that did not survive the landing. All things considered, it could have been much worse. I managed to salvage an Atmo, a network, and a beacon tracking cartridge, I think, from the lander and what's left of the comms array. Universal modularity for the win! The planetary atmosphere is 95% carbon dioxide, 3% nitrogen, 1.5% oxygen, and about 0.5% of what the reader says is toxic pollutant. Higher pressure and oxygen content than Mars, but sure as hell looks like the place. Whew. I found silica, copper, and iron ores right where I decided to build the emergency hub. There's minerals all over the place. I think I saw some ice though. Engineering note, I can't remember exactly how these airlock pipes go. This looks right to me though. Yeah, this O2 tank doesn't have enough left in it to pressurize the hab. I used too much of it in the pod on the way here. Good times, that escape pod. Oh, this is some good news. So one of those ice patches I found reads as primarily oxygen and nitrogen. If I can get it into a warmer, slightly pressurized hab, it might be enough to sublimate. The airlock pipes are not right. I should have paid more attention in training. The hab is pressurized. I am celebrating with a cereal bar and a bottle of water. Don't mind creaking metal. It's just the airlock pipes about to burst.
Good afternoon, I'm Tangent Turner, and this is Season 1, MSB, Episode 2. Welcome back. Let's get into the world. So a recap for those of you who have forgotten. In Episode 1, we were able to set up a base that we pressurized and oxygenated so that we could eat and drink. We had some shenanigans with our pipe system to depressurize, but we've overcome the adversity there and triumphed. So the goal for Episode 2, which is our second day, is atmospherics. My oxygen tank which is down to 2800. Won't last forever. And I want to refill it with pure oxygen. None of this nitrogen filter nonsense. But to do that, we're going to need a pipe bender. And to make a pipe bender, we are going to need gold, which we did not get because mining did not happen that much in our previous episode. So we're going to let that fall to free up a space. And, oh look, daylight. Perfect. Perfect timing. All right, so let's, oh, forgot to turn my suit off. Well, it's on now. So let's close this, turn this on. Make sure we're depressurized, which we are. Turn that off, open that up. 71%, so we're doing good on that. Let's get up top and rotate this before we go out mining, just so we can pick up a little bit of energy. Come on. That's enough to get over to this side. 90 and drop it down to 15, that's fine. And while we're gone, you can cook some more of that. Alright, so we've got to find some gold. Gold is what is keeping us from moving forward. It's more copper. Oh, lead. Lead's really close, that's good. Ice, relatively close. Volatiles, relatively close, still within view distance. Some coal, nitrice. Oh, not being nice to me, are you, game? Well, I am right on top of a iron, copper, silicon on the base there, so guess I can't complain too much. Ugh, I did not want this mining trip to take this long. I know it's been a very short mining trip. I'm just complaining. So for getting our atmospherics up and running, we're going to need an atmospherics module, obviously. We're also going to need 2 vents at least, a couple of pipes, a tank filling station. Is that gold? That is not gold. Is that gold or is that silver? That is silver. That's very glistening. It's very glistening gold. I'm thinking copper. Nope, that's gold. I'm glad I'm wrong. Now, we only need a small handful of gold to progress forward, but as long as it took us to actually find this gold, I'm kind of wanting to take as much back as I possibly can, so it'll last us even longer. I know we're using valuable daylight hours. $44, almost there. There we go, 49, that'll have to do. I'm always digging down straight this time. I don't typically do that. Silicon, don't need extra silicon right now. We are practically east of the base. Copper, yeah, I could use a little bit more copper. We're going to need to make a large amount of wires in the near future. That's probably going to be next episode. Thinking we're going to try and get better power setup going. Maybe automatic tracking of the sun. get up out of here. We can go ahead and grab some more iron too. Furnace and steel is on our list of things to accomplish, but that's again also probably not this day. Atmospherics is its own journey. Yeah, that's fine. Let's put you there and hello. Pick you up. You know, I'm gonna need coal and another stack of iron, so let's get that now. Especially when they are stored together like this. Follow the purple to get to the coal. Now, I don't plan to use coal as a fuel source in my playthrough. I know a lot of people make the same decision based on the same reasoning, and that's other planets are not going to have coal. They'll have carbon, but they're not going to have ancient animals to burn. So I won't be using it as a power source. Solely using it as a steel ingredient here. Is that all my inventory spaces? I can free up one if I move a tool. Because I'm here and I might as well gather all I can, right? That, and you know, it's mining. Everyone loves mining. I spent too much time mining. 2 episodes in a row now. I think I have a trend. So it is not quite at south yet. We are, however, what are we dropping in here? We're going to drop the gold in here. Put that in there. And before our battery completely dies, sun is at 165-ish. So move it to 170 and 55.
Power low.
I'm working on it, lady. Down a little bit. Down and back a little bit. And up a little bit. Yeah, 98. That's good. So you're working on that. Give me what you have right now. Gold is one of the slower ones, so we have time for it to run. I always want to check. I never want to just assume that I got all of the pollutants out. Alright, let's open this. Actually turn off our suit this time. And put the gold in here. And get our pipe bender. We need more iron. Well, wouldn't you have it? We actually brought in some iron. Still cooking. Yeah, we brought back a lot of extra stuff. Put some of it away. But yeah, now we've got a bit of crafting to do. Eat that and get our next bottle of water out. Where is the other bottle of water? There it is. We can go over to the trash side. How we doing? 33%. And still we're going. Oh, let me tell you. Feels good. Feels good. I could be out mining some more, but I don't really have the storage space. Honestly, I probably should have built my locker first for this. Whew. Man. It does feel nice to kind of... You know what? If I'm indoors, I should probably just, you know, chuck this and so my hygiene goes down a little bit. We'll put it back on when the gold finishes. When we go back outside to put the next batch of something in. Actually, it's such a small hole, it should be relatively easy to seal that in once we get a terrain manipulator and fill that in. 72%, and still cooking. Can I see that without jumping? Technically, but it's less fun. While that's going, I can go ahead and prepare the pipes for it. Now this is wasting a piece of wire I typically don't do. Typically don't connect that till much later. But with the amount of resources we've managed to dig up recently, I think I'm going to be okay with it. Let's put this here. There we go. Okay, that's enough of that. Do we have what we need to make a tool manufactory? We do. A little expensive, but I'll like it. Okay, why are you not fitting? You know, I've had this problem before, and it's just kind of like, it's hit or miss. Sometimes I'm playing, and it wants the frame on the left side, and there are other times I'm playing, and it's like, nope, I want the frame on the right side. I have not found any rhyme or reason to the direction that it wants, and so will it mount perfectly fine this way? No. Okay. Maybe it really doesn't like these wires here right now. I did not cut your power, but you totally just stopped producing. That is wacky. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe I accidentally clicked it when I was messing with the wire. Yeah, we're gonna waste quite a bit of wire, but it's fine. I should have. Oh, I'm telling you, it is the shouldas today. I should have made the plastic sheets for this before starting the other big thing. This is probably done, right? Yeah, I don't see it on anymore. How you doing? 64%. We need to go outside. We're about to lose the sun. Let's turn these. Oh, it was still on. It's fine. Open this. Take your breath. We just lost the sun. Okay, so 69%. That's not so great. so I'm going to want a whole stack of copper in there. We'll take this opportunity to come up here and preempt this for morning. How you doing? Yeah, it's fine. Alright, back inside. I'll also be able to build another active vent, so I won't be having to switch this around so much anymore. Thank you, water. Coming to see me. I really appreciate it. Let's turn that up. Take that off. Drink some of this. We're going to be inside for a little while, so that gets thrown off. Turn that off, because we got our tool manufactory. And I'm going to need 6 plastic sheets. We're also going to need a locker, because we're already experiencing some issues with that. Oh, we need to get that welded up. That's good. Turn you off. Save the power. All right, let's get this welding done. Yes, I have pollutants in here now. I'm sorry, that's just par for the course. I'm going to need all of this out of there. Thank you. We're going to need the gold. Hopefully that's enough gold. We're going to need this, and we're going to need the iron. Turn that on. All right, pipes. I'd like you to make 4 of those for me. See, I like the stacking method because, look, no more insane pipe physics of just 2 coming out. This can actually get 4 out before things start going really funky. All right, we're going to want an atmospherics, which we don't have enough gold or copper for, so we'll hold off on that. Do we have enough to make some vents? We have enough for the active vent. Let's make that. And I'm going to want passive vents. I'm going to want 2 of those. And we're going to want a pipe utility, gas, which we don't have enough iron for. Let's turn you off for a second and see where we are with the light. We've got gold sitting right there, so that's nice. 38% on that. That's not great. That's done cooking, so let's where's the active vent? There's the active vent. Perfect. No more moving it around. Switch that to red and turn it on. Wait till the sound goes all wonky. Then turn it off. What's our power at? 38. I've seen better. Alright, so we need iron and we need it now. Good news is that we have 50 copper, which means that's needed for tomorrow so that we can make enough wiring for everything to work. We have enough wiring for today, and that's about it, to make this atmospherics. How much do you have left? 28 left. You know what? Let me switch you out from my big stack. Turn you back on. Empty this room out. Open that door. Take that. there. And utility gas pipe. I just realized I'm going to need 2 more pipes for building the atmospherics. I forgot about those. There we go. And pipe. Kind of wish pipe was a lot higher on the list. There we go. Now, I would say I'm a relative newcomer to Stationeers. Play a lot of space games, but I really wanted a little more atmospherics, which I did not make. So let's build the atmospherics, which needs more gold and more copper, which I have. I just forgot to load it. I think it's gonna go here and here. No, that's wrong. Trying to remember the placement from memory.
Power critical.
You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Not really, but let's take the hand tool and put that up in here. Alright, now we can get started on our atmospherics. So this normally goes right here. I did not get this one right. Surprise, surprise. This one goes... I can actually attach that directly? Really? I've always used pipes to attach that. Ah, I missed something. And then put that together, and then this and a screwdriver gets that together. What I haven't done is, did I make the oxygen filter? I don't think I did. Oxygen filter. Please have enough power for this. Excellent. Turn that off. Oxygen filter is going to go right there. Pipe utility is going to go right here on top of this. It's going to be our tank fill. We're going to take our wiring, wire this up. Uh, 22%. That's going to be fun.
Anti-critical.
Let's see if we have enough power in here to get this up. So, yep, there we are. Pure oxygen. Like I said, none of that nitrogen filter stuff. And I should have more than enough oxygen in here for, let me turn that off for a second. Maybe 2 or 3 fills. I can always throw in another. I got a stack of oxide I can throw to thaw. But yeah, I play a lot of other space games. Yep, that's high enough. And I wanted more like difficulty. I wanted atmospherics. You know, games just have like oxygen instead of oxygen and CO2 and all of that kind of stuff. And so it just scratches that space itch with atmospherics. Sure, you know that they sell medical creams for that, right? So. I think we're gonna start another flare. Start a flare, so you can see what's going on. Are we good? Well, yeah. So we have refilled our oxygen tank. That was the plan for today. What's in store for us tomorrow? So we've got the ability to eat. We've got the ability to drink. What we don't have is the ability to... Did I turn this off? I must have turned this off. What are we at? 22%. Alright, so you've dumped everything out. I'm going to load all of this back in here. I don't think I have enough to get that electronics kit already. Let's see. No, I need 18 more iron, which I do not have in here. I might have outside though. What's my power at? 44? Okay, let's take a look at that real quick. Yeah, you can close this for now. Turn all that back on, close this, turn this back on. What is this at? 21%. Not doing great, not doing great there. But, what do we got? We got 50 and we got 8. Great, I'll take it. And I'll turn you off just for a little bit because power's such a problem right now. That's good. What are we at? 20%. 20% on the big battery is not going to be enough for this, I don't think. What else can we do? Did we make the locker? We did. So let's get the locker installed then. So I only print one, and then I use the shelving there. Works for me. Using 2 for a locker, you only get, I don't know, 6 more slots, which in my opinion is not enough for using a whole nother locker kit early on. But this is going to free up room in our base that we desperately need. I could mount that outside if I make a mount for it. Plastic sheets. Alright, what else can we unload? Pill. We're likely to die before we can actually use it. Spare pipes. I like to keep cartridge tracker on me for getting home, which I should probably do this. So we are here. Yes, we have, remind myself to do this. Yes, we have pollutants in here because we welded that, but I can switch this over to tracker, and so I can do this. So if you've not seen this before, this is the notes mod that I like to use. So I can do home, negative 1005 and negative 993. And now I have a note. I like it. I can keep track of things that I want to build, goals that I want to do. If there's something I want to remember in between an episode jump or in between play sessions when I go on vacation or do something along those lines, it's really handy for that. The lighting mods too, I like. Being able to have a glow from my buttons. Really useful, really handy. I think it's easier to see what's going on in the base when I'm not using my lights, because I feel like I'm always trying to save battery, that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're here. We have accomplished what we wanted to do. We have the ability to filter out oxygen from our main room and store it in a tank. And that is our atmospherics episode. So what am I doing right? What am I doing massively wrong? Leave me a comment. Let me know. I record 2 episodes at a time, and I check my comments before starting. My mod list is available on my channel as its own video. And I'd like to thank you all for watching. So we're going to stop before the next day begins. I'll see you next time.